welcome to another episode of the Philosophy Podcast. I am your host, Controversy, and to my right, ladies and gentlemen, my co-host, none other than Mr.
Darren Love.
And together, we are the Philosophy Podcast. Thank you to you guys for tuning in to a brand new episode. Thank you for tuning in once again this week, guys. And like we always say, what is on the agenda for this week, mate? What is today's
hot topic?
That's it. What are we talking about, mate?
I thought we're talking about time today.
Time.
I thought it was about time.
It's about time. Yeah, I like that. Very good choice. So this week we're talking all about
time.
That's it.
What is it? And I think there's lots of different aspects of it, really, isn't there?
Yeah. So what are your thoughts, mate?
Well, it's whether you waste time or not, isn't it, in life, It's whether you
make the most of your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that it's no good wasting time, you got to try to make the most of every moment.
Oh yeah.
It's like when it's daylight, it could be raining outside, so or the weather could be bad outside, so it's best to stay in, really, isn't it? And spend time inside doing something. I feel.
Yeah.
And when the weather is nice, you go out a little bit, And I just feel that you got to work like that with things, with the weather a little bit.
Utilise your time wisely.
Yeah. Because we can't control the weather, as we've said before. And I just feel like it's important to enjoy every moment, really, if you can, or find something that you enjoy doing.
Oh yeah. And spend your time doing that.
Yeah. I say time is. I know that I don't know what the average lifespan is.
Well, the average lifespan, I think today for men is 75, and I think for women it's like 82 or 83.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So when you really think about that, because you're over 30 now, aren't you? You lived 3 decades now.
Yeah.
So you kind of experience what 1 decade is like. So you really, a decade's not really a lot of time at all, is it? When you think about it, And I just think we're not here for long.
Yeah.
We are not here. I mean, I've already had 6 decades. So, I mean, an average, because I feed pigeons quite a lot, and their average lifespan's 20 years. And I'm feeding them at the moment. I'm thinking, well, I'm going to spend probably the rest of my life feeding them now and again, and I'm getting to know these pigeons.
Yeah.
So I've probably got just as long as they got left. Do you see what I mean? My lifespan's only 20 years now. Now I'm 60. My life, I might live to 90 if I'm lucky. Do you know what I mean? But I've only got a few decades left in this world. Do you know what I mean? Then I'm out of it. Do you know what I mean? Completely.
Quite scary when you think about it like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not scary, but you know what I mean. The idea of how fast time does actually go.
It really does.
I mean, it does fly, doesn't it? As they say, So it's.
You sort of your childhood goes quite quickly, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, your childhood goes up to the age 13. As soon as you're 13, you're a teenager.
Yeah.
Apparently, So that's as soon as you do become a teenager, that's your childhood over. And you can't really remember the first few years because you're a baby.
Yeah.
And you're just sort of new to the world. Nothing.
Yeah.
Really at that age. So, when you think about your childhood, it's over before you know it.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, I can see for myself now how quickly a child grows up.
Yeah.
I've got 3 of my own, and you've got 2. And you can see how quickly your son, he's 11 now, isn't he?
He's going to be 11 in 1 month's time. A month from today, he'll be 11.
And it kind of puts you in shock in a way, because you can remember the day he was born, kind of way, and you think, 10 years.
Well, in all honesty, right, mate, even the other day I was thinking about it. I was saying to my wife, we were having the very same conversation, and I just said to her, I cannot believe that we've got a son who is going to be 11, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, but
And before I know it, he'll be a teenager, you know. And
Before
then,
you know it, it'll be 21.
but that's what I'm saying. Like he'll be at he might be at school, like university, or working, and got his own life, own job, own place.
Children.
Well, I hope not children too young. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
but it soon goes time. That's the thing.
Yeah,
You know?
but
It won't be
obviously
long.
I'm going to advise him that if he does want to have children, not to leave it too late either. But at the same time, you don't have to have children as young as I did, if you see what I mean. You know, my life is different to his life. You know, so.
My oldest son is 32.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay? And I can't believe how, you know, it sort of seems like yesterday I was watching him being born.
Yeah, yeah.
And so my second son, you know, he's 29 now, I think. My daughter's 25. I mean, and I can't believe that they're just adults now. Do you know what I mean? In a funny way, you know, it's just strange to me.
Yeah.
It is all strange, and like I say, I've realised, you know, I've come to an understanding how time quickly goes.
Yeah.
And I just know that I'm not going to be here much longer anyway. You know, I'm going to leave everything behind.
Yeah.
Everything I've done will be maybe in some people's memory still alive today. Do you know what I mean? But you know, we're all going to the same place, aren't we? You know, and we're not here we're only here temporarily.
Yeah.
Really, basically, you know, briefly.
For a very short span of time.
We're sort of like visiting, basically. We're popping here for holiday.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean. And you know, it's no good spending your whole life moaning about it, I don't think, or wasting your time grumbling about little things. You know, some people grumble about the most tiniest little things. You know, I've seen it on YouTube. You know, like they fall out over ketchup. And they go up to the counter. There's no ketchup, and the police could end up being called. You know what I mean?
Start going berserk.
Absolutely crazy.
Over very petty. Minor shit.
Yeah, and you know, I can't explain it. You know, but I just think like I love to enjoy every day and make the most of every day.
And I think the older you get to, you start to your own mortality starts to become more. You start to get more in tune with your own mortality the older you get. And I think as you get older, you start to understand how fast time does go and how much you do need to appreciate, you know, having life, you know, because, you know, like you said, I'm already 30 now, and to think that the average lifespan for a person is 7, obviously I hope I have a long life, you know what I mean, but no one alive knows how long they're going to live for. That's just the reality, you know. When you're young, because you're young or whatever, you're kind of naive and you're kind of ignorant to your own mortality, you don't really think about it or whatever. But once you get to a certain age, your perspective changes on life, if you see what I mean. You start to get a deeper appreciation for life. And I honestly think that if people were to live every day of their life with the mentality that they don't know whether or not that is going to be their last day or if they're going to be here tomorrow, then a lot more people would live their life to the fullest potential, if you see what I mean. People would achieve more, people would appreciate their loved ones more, people would be more, I think people would be more loving, more caring, more understanding, more forgiving, more willing to rebuild relationships and anything that might have gone wrong in the past with their families or their loved ones or their, you know what I mean, like, do you know what I mean? It's I think if people understood, like we were talking about, like you just said earlier, that literally, our lifespan is like a grain of sand. In terms of like in terms of time and the universe and how long everything's been existing and how long people have lived on Earth and all these type of things, if you see what I mean. So I think if people were to live every day of their life with the understanding that we all live on borrowed time, nothing is promised to us, nothing is guaranteed, then people would start to appreciate life more and appreciate the important things in life more, like family and, you know, doing, you know, etc. You know.
I don't think everyone's got it good out there, though.
No,
you know, like,
no.
Yeah, like I say, there's a lot of jobs out there, which I've had a number of jobs in my life, right?
Yeah.
And some of those jobs I loved.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to. I woke up early. I couldn't wait to get there. Do you know what I mean?
Woke up happy every day.
Well, sometimes I even went to work early. Do you know what I mean? Whatever. But when you don't like a job, the time so slow, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It drags, you know, and you're looking at the clock thinking, God, I can't stand being here anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, it's too painful. You know, and you're sort of looking at the time every hour, and every hour is like a day in a kind of way. It kind of like slows down when you're not enjoying it, right? It gets really frustrating.
Yeah.
Every minute seems like an hour.
Yeah.
In a kind of way when you're at work, when you're not wanting to be there. But when you're enjoying yourself, right, time goes like that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, where did that time go to? You know, you enjoyed it, you know, and you never really thought about it. And kind of like, it's quite strange, isn't it? But it's true, isn't it? You know, we all kind of like, if we're not enjoying it, time seems to slow right down.
Well, that's why they say time flies when you're enjoying yourself.
And when you're miserable, time seems to slow right down.
Yeah.
I feel. But when you're happy, it speeds up a bit. I feel. Or you don't really think about time so much.
Because you're more lost in the moment. That's why. When you're having fun and you're happy and you're, you know, having a great conversation or out somewhere having a nice meal and engaging with people and or chilling out like we do sometimes and having a good smoke and a good laugh and, you know, you have a good conversation and, you know, yeah.
That's just it. It's, you know, it's really, really important in life who you spend your time with as well.
Yeah.
It's no good spending it with somebody that doesn't like you.
Or people,
a group of people that don't like you.
Or people that constantly drain your energy.
Yeah.
Anyone that's constantly draining your energy and you always feel like they bring out the worst part of you that you don't want to exist, but because they have somehow a way to irritate you or to get under your skin or to whatever, you should stay as far away from those people as possible.
You don't want people running you down, do you?
No.
You need people that praise you.
Well, they say that you should go where you're celebrated and not tolerated. And I like that. I've always liked that saying, you know. Yeah. Because anyone that doesn't see your value or doesn't see your worth or what you bring to the table, or is not happy to have a relationship with you, whether it be a friend or having a relationship, like having a girlfriend or whatever the case may be, like, doesn't matter what it is, whatever type of relationship it is, if the person doesn't see your value or your worth or what you bring to the table as a person or as whatever, then, you know what I mean, sometimes you just have to allow people to, you know, to go their own way.
That's right, yeah.
You know, and to let it kind of be their loss. You have to kind of see it like that. You know, they might see it from their perspective. They might see it as, you know, oh, you know, that was your loss. But yeah, you have to see it as their loss and keep it moving. You know.
I mean, I've had a number of jobs. Friends.
Yeah.
I've had a number of jobs too, but I've had a number of friends in my life, you know, and girlfriends in my past.
Yeah.
And some of, you know, like you, yeah, I look forward to seeing you every week, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like time gets better, you know, because we both got a good attitude towards each other, you know, and we never run each other down or anything like that, you know, and we always try to bring ourselves forward together as people in a kind of way, you know, as our friendship. And that gets stronger, doesn't it, you know, but like it's no good being with somebody that's running you down or jealous of you or whatever.
Like, I'm the type of person, right, that the only people that I want to be around in life, right, mate, is genuine people.
People that don't lie.
People that have genuine intentions. Because I like to love people for who they are. And I want people to love me for who I am. No one is perfect. Everyone has flaws. But I'm the type of person rather, that, like I said, I like to love people for who they are. I accept people for who they are and love them for who they are. Don't judge them. Don't, you know, I embrace people for who, you know, and treat people all the same. No matter where you're from, what you look like, your religion, your ethnicity, your background, your culture, no matter what it is, I treat everyone the same. And the reason that I do that as well is because you know, that's how I expect to be treated myself. You know?
That's right, yeah.
So
I like manners in people. Do you know what I mean? And if I come across somebody that ain't got no manners or respect, you know, I really don't want to know them in a kind of way. You know, I've got no respect for them either.
yeah.
You got to earn your respect, haven't you? In a kind of way. But like I say, it's really, really important who you're with and are you happy with that person. You know, even if you're married,
Yeah.
it's no good spending your time if you're both unhappy in a kind of way. Like, I mean, I've spoken about my marriage, you know, we were married for a total of 7 years, and if it lasted any longer, I feel like it would have been more painful because we were unhappy at the end of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just no good us being together when we're kind of like not happy together.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean. And it's kind of like wasting time.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, you know, like even when you get depressed, that's a waste of your own time. When you get unhappy, that's a waste of your own time. When you get jealous or hate, you know, you really are wasting your own time in this world, you know. Like I said, we're only here for a brief moment.
Correct.
And when I'm old man, very old, you know, I'm pretty old now, but when I'm really old man, I want to look back on my life with joy. Because I've always done the right things. I've been pleasant.
Yeah.
I've not hurt anything, do you know what I mean? And that's, you know, even today I went out to visit my local duck pond, whatever, and just had a walk around. And only for an hour or so, but at least when I go to sleep, I'm going to have a view. I find, because I've done that, I'm going to sleep easier. Or I'm just going to dream better things, if you see what I mean. You know, I haven't been watching horror movies, you see, today or anything like that. And I think it's up to you, where, you know, how you spend your time.
Yeah.
And you got to choose very carefully how you spend your time, to be honest with you. And, you know, how do you get forward in time? I just feel like tomorrow, you know, I don't want to waste any time.
Yeah.
I want to make the most of every daylight out there. Even if it rains, I'm not going to be unhappy about it. If it thunders, I'm going to enjoy it. You know, but it probably won't be as nice as it. You know, it's always nicer when you can go out on a sunny day.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
You know, I find, because I do movies or birds or whatever, I find that on a warm day, my hands are not freezing up.
Yeah.
Or I'm not getting cold, and it's not so.
It's a bit more.
Or I've got cold wind on my face.
Bit more pleasant, yeah.
Exactly, you know, and I can stay there for more hours as well, you know, because the weather is more pleasant, you know, it's a bit more warmer. So I feel like, you know, even with, you know, the temperature outside, like when we wake up tomorrow, it's probably going to be cold, isn't it? Because it's winter, but so we've got to stay in and wrap up warm if we want to keep happy. But if it's a sunnier day, you know, we can all go out and enjoy it a little bit more, and that's life. But, you know, I think it's like your attitude in life is very important.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Right.
So I don't want to get depressed anymore. You know, it's one of my golden rules, you know.
Yeah.
Because I have said I've spent a number of years being depressed, and when I look back, I just feel that I wish that I wasn't.
Yeah.
And I wish that I did things like I am today, rather than wasting it.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean.
Yeah.
You know, but that's one of my regrets, I think.
Yeah.
You fall down when you get depressed, and you know you got to pick yourself up as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
And realise everyone suffers in the world.
Of course, everyone. Yeah.
Everyone.
Everyone goes through trials and tribulations.
And we're all going through the same experience, life.
The human experience, yeah.
Which is not easy. We all got to learn how to calculate numbers. We all got to learn a lot of things, actually. We've got to learn computers, if you ask me today.
Oh yeah.
You've got to learn English. You've got to learn
maths.
Well, so much to learn. Not just that, you've got to learn philosophy. I feel philosophy. I feel really, really important. You know, and I think like I want to learn more about philosophy in the future, really, because because I've only been studying it for a few years now, whatever. I mean, I've been studying it all my life, but seriously, I've been studying it for 10 years now. I think, you know, what is philosophy, whatever. You know, and it's understanding all these different things, like what love is, what wisdom is, what time is. You know, and once you understand all these things, I feel like you can go forward tomorrow having a better time with a better understanding in life. Because I'm even learning each day that you know, even tomorrow I'm going to learn something. You know, it's a new day, isn't it? You know, it's like a new dimension. And every moment that comes to us is the time that, you think about this moment, at this very moment right now, this split second, that everything alive right now on this planet are living and alive at this very second. And tomorrow they're going to be a bit older. Every spirit.
Yeah.
Some people might die, whatever.
Yeah.
Tomorrow might be their last moments. We don't know when we're going to die, do we? You could die at 1 day old, or 1 hour old.
Yeah.
Or 1 week old, or whatever. So we're all experiencing. If the moon comes up right now, we'll all look up the sky and we see the same thing. You see, do you know what I mean? We're all experiencing the same moment in time.
Yeah.
All of us. We're all alive at this.
Same moment in time.
Yeah. And it don't matter what your age is. We're alive.
Yeah.
If you sort of mean.
Yeah. We were part of this time spans history. In 100 years, everyone that's alive right now will no longer be alive.
That's right. We will.
So, the 100 years that our generation might have spent on this earth has now become part of history. If you see what I mean, everything that was done during the 100 years that we were alive, in terms of technology, in terms of whatever advancement, whatever, whether it be medicine or technology or whatever, it will be recorded in the history in the 100 years in which we're alive, if you see what I mean. So,
it's like what we're recording right this very moment.
Yeah.
And then going to upload it, and it's going to be published on
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it might be up there for 100 years. You know what I mean? And and people will be watching it when I'm dead, and you're dead. Do you know what I mean? It's possible it might be up there for 1,000 years. If you see what I mean? And people will be watching this show in 1,000 years' time. It's weird, really, isn't it? One day I might be an old man, like 95, and I'll be watching this show, and I'll think, oh, look how young I was, or whatever, and time does whiz by. We've been doing this show for about a year and a half, haven't we?
Yeah.
And we've done this is the 81st episode now.
Yeah.
And how quickly has all that whizzed by.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But we've been doing something with our time.
Yeah.
That's the thing,
Being productive and constructive.
Being productive, we've got something in our pockets, really, we can look back at what we did in the future, can't we? At any time we wish, if you see what I mean.
Yeah. We've made the most of our time. Yeah. And I think, like you said, that is so vital, especially when you're young. You have to remember that, it doesn't matter how old you are or whatever, things can happen to people. We've all got, we've all lost loved ones in life. Lots of people have had the experience of losing loved ones, someone or another, whether it be a family member or a close friend or whatever, and sometimes they're so young and it's hard to understand it, but at the same time it reminds you and puts life into perspective in a way, and it kind of reminds you that we're all, mortal beings, and, like I said earlier, time is borrowed, time is precious,
It'd be good if we lived 1,000 years though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Funny.
But I don't even think I'd like to live for 1,000 years. I think something probably like maybe 200 years would be good. I think in 200 years, because obviously, like you said, the first 10 years are like especially the first 3 years, you're just a child. You don't really remember too much, and whatever else. And it's not till you're about 10 that you're a lot more kind of on the ball and can have full-on conversations and really with it, if you see what I mean.
Deep conversations.
Yeah, and then obviously by the time you're 20, whatever, 21, about 18 in most places, but 18 to 21, you're an adult.
Not necessarily. Depends on your upbringing, I think.
Yeah.
Some men are children still. I'm still a bit childlike. Like today I fed the pigeons and I put a mirror out. I did a mirror test, and it's sort of like a little bit of an experiment.
Yeah.
I wanted to see how they reacted to the mirror.
Bit of fun.
And it's kind of being a bit like a bit of a child. You know, I can still do the things today that I did, just like I did. You know, I had ideas when I was a child, when I was 10 years old. You know, I had the same kind of ideas when I was 10 years old, doing these things. And I come up with these little ideas to do different tricks with pigeons, whatever, you know, and do a movie of it.
Yeah.